So we should be live. I'm gonna check if everything is okay, and I'll take the time to share my live on my VIP group, which I encourage you guys to join in the group. Especial, especial. Here you go. Shared. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So, welcome everybody. Happy Wednesday. Hope you had a great day. I sure did. So, I always try to concentrate myself on the things that goes well in the day. So that way you're always having a good day. That's a nice tip, eh? So, welcome to What's Cooking at Melissa's. I'm Melissa. I'm 39. Was going to say 38. I got 39 yesterday. I'm 39 years old. I've been with Tupperware for the past 3.5 years, almost 4 years. And I just love my new lifestyle. I have a beautiful son of 12 years old named Nathan, and I've been with his dad for the past 18, almost 19 years. And his name is David. So you need to know that before joining Tupperware, I used to have a daycare at home. I had a daycare for the past 10 years, and I was having the kids at home. I decided to open a daycare because we couldn't find any daycare for Nata when it was time to go back to work. So we were evaluating what we were doing, and I was especially just going back to work to pay for Natan's kindergarten fee. So we decided I'm going to stay at home, but instead of just staying at home and not having a second income, because we did need a second income, we said why not have kids coming at home. Nathan's going to have some friends. You're going to have an income. You'll be at home, so you'll be able to answer to all the needs of Nathan. So we said, good, we're going to do that. But as further as the years went, Nathan went back to school, and I did not close my daycare. I didn't know exactly what to do. And at a moment, it became overwhelming. You need to know that people come at your house from 6 in the morning till 6 in the evening. You need to cook a lot of food. You have your family, you have the kids that you need to feed. And I wasn't organized in the kitchen, really zero. Okay, so I'm curious to see if you want to share with me, you guys. Tell me in the chat, and I'll be able to answer you, read you afterwards. But have you ever felt like you didn't have time to cook? You were overwhelmed by cooking. Your kitchen wasn't organized. So I want to know, from 1 to 10, how would you place your kitchen? Okay, how well organized are you in your kitchen? Funny thing is, I wouldn't say I'm 10 right now. I'm still around 8-ish, okay, because there's still improvement I want to do. I'm yearning for a second fridge because that's the way I'm living. I'm buying everything what's in special. I'm cooking everything homemade. So the recent purchase we did is a vertical freezer. That's just amazing. But now I'm looking like I wish I had a second fridge to just put all my veggies and my fruit, and the rest would be everything that's cooked and prepared, because I do have a freezer at the bottom. So yeah, it might be a new project coming up. Don't know where I'm gonna put it, but anyway, it's in my mind. So would you love to have a second fridge, or would you love to have a vertical freezer, another freezer instead of this small one? Okay, these are all things I wished I had, but I couldn't afford. In fact, we were living paycheck by paycheck. But everything changed the day I decided to organize my kitchen. Now you might be wondering, okay, Melissa, how can getting your kitchen organized gives you more money? What's the relation? Okay. So if I was saying that when you're organized in your kitchen, that you're able to preserve properly your food, that you are able to maximize what's in special, stop buying everything at full price, buy only in special, and you can buy more, you'll be able at the end of the year to save easily a $5,000 and even more. So what would you do with $5,000 more? So tell me in the comments. I'm really excited to read you guys. So what would you do with $5,000 extra each year? Maybe it's your next vacation with your family. Maybe it's cash that you're going to put for fixing your teeth, for example. Or maybe this money is going to go to pay a debt that you're having a hard time getting rid of. Okay, so all those changes that I did gradually in those 4 years allowed ourselves to be able to pay for 5 new appliances. New, we couldn't afford any new brand new appliances. Now it's been 5 ones, and we even have a generator, so when we are out of electricity, we still can feed people. I can even still work on my computer, so that's really amazing. It was just like a 180 degrees change for us getting organized, and that's what I wish for you guys, okay? Because it was life changing, and these are all things that you can do, because if I can do it, you're able to do it. And I can just see all the changes it can do for you. It's just wow. You just need to have faith in the process. And tonight we're going to share together. I'm going to share with you guys a little bit of how I get organized in the kitchen. And I bought a lot of chicken today. It wasn't special, so of course what I did is I did buy a lot. Okay, so when the chicken isn't special, I buy it. But my question for you guys, do you know what is the price of the chicken when it's in special? You need to know that, okay? Because if you don't know what's the price per pound when it's in special, well, sometimes you'll say, oh, they say it's a special, but it's not a special. Sometimes there's like false advertising, so you need to be careful. So I paid $4.99 a pound for this. That's one of the lowest. Sometimes you can see it lower. We used to have it lower, but now with all the inflation, it's hard to find it lower than that. So I bought 3 styrofoam casing of chicken breast, okay? So, of course, I won't eat everything there. We're going to prepare it so we can eat it later on. And we're going to introduce to you guys the freezer mates, which are perfect for that, okay? So I have my medium one. I have my small one, and I have my small deep one. So these are the sizes that I regularly use. This one is really awesome when I want to marinate something. This is perfect for somebody that's alone at home and that might want to put only 1 chicken breast in it. This could bring 2. You can even cut it. So we're going to make some vol au vent sauce together. So we're going to need some chicken breast, but the rest is going to go in the freezer, and we're going to marinate it different ways in different cuts. So we're going to be ready. So 1 week, if I want to just take out some chicken for making some fajitas, but I'm going to take out my chicken sliced in the, I don't know the term, I'm looking, the lanière. What's lanière in English? If you know it, you can share it to me. But strips, chicken strips. So in chicken strip to make fajitas, or maybe it's going to be cubes to eat like a chicken butter. So we're going to prepare them in advance, and we're going to keep some to cook to be able to make our vol au vent sauce. So we're going to start with that, cooking our chicken for our vol au vent. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the micro grill. Well, this is one of the cooking system which I love. You're going to see that we have a lot of cooking system depending on what kind of cooking you like, but this one is really, really useful because it allows you to grill some meat like if it was on the barbecue, but while you're in the house. Woohoo! So that means that you can have barbecue style meat even in winter just by cooking in the microwave. And it's really, really fast. It's gonna take like 6 minutes just to cook the chicken breast. First thing to do is to preheat our micro grill. How it works is you have 2 slates of grilling cooking. These are the 2 slates that are going to eat your meat. And depending on what you're cooking in your micro grill, you're gonna put your cover this way so it lays on the side of your micro grill so it won't squish what's under. So you can make a good nice crumble, you can make an omelet, you can make anything that can rise, and you can make a 90-degree, and you see the lid goes at the bottom. So that's perfect for grilling, perfect for bacon. Okay, you guys, just making bacon in that is just mind-blowing. Okay, you know when you're doing your bacon on the stove, You have the fat going all over the place. Okay, this is the fat stays in it. You have a little curve that sits the fat there. You put your bacon strip in the middle. It's just perfect. So I'm gonna put it 3 to 4 minutes in the microwave so we get it hot and ready to receive our chicken. So meanwhile, we're gonna start and prep my chicken, but while I'm doing this, I want to share with you the magic of the micro grill. So here is the micro grill. So I want to show this to you, and I'm going to show you the price you would pay if you have your membership, because yes, when you have your membership, you can save on that purchase. So I'm leaving you. Just love the micro grill. It's a perfect product. You see, it's worth $2.99 in the catalog. It's a regular product that you can always get, but with your membership, which allows you to save 25% on every of your purchases. Look at that, you're getting it for $224 and 25 cents. So you see, if you're wondering why did I take the membership 4 years ago, well, that's why. That's the main reason I wanted to save on my purchases. There was no way I was paying the full price, $2.99 for the micro grill. It's for sure I wanted to save the most. I even got one like for free because of a special that there was. So I was able to maximize with my host credit and everything. So I was able to get one free because I actually have two micro grills, which is really awesome. So I can prepare two different dishes, and it can be one of the presenting dish. Instead of just transferring it in another dish just to put on the table, you can serve it directly with the micro grill, which is really awesome, by the way. So I've done one package of chicken with chicken strips. So I'm able to make like fajitas. So one night I want to make like taco evening or Mexican evening, while I have great strips ready to be cooked. Of course, we're going to marinate them a little bit later on. So that's one way of cooking them. So I'm gonna go get I'm just gonna clean my hands. One thing is always important: cleaning your hands when you're working with raw food, especially chicken, because you don't want to get yourself sick. So here you go. So I have a challenge. Okay, I want to beat 20 on the live. Okay, I don't know how many we are. I'm gonna take a look on how many people we are on the live. Feel free to say hi in the comments. It's always fun to see you guys. But I'm really, really curious to see where you are at, how many we are. So we are a few on the live. That's really, really awesome. So here we go. The micro grill is hot. Make sure that you manipulate it really carefully because you don't want to hurt yourself, because this is hot and the bottom is hot too. I'm just going to take a fork, just a question of not getting my hands dirty. Okay, and I'm gonna use one. I don't know if you can hear it, you guys, but it's sizzling. It's sizzling. Okay, so make sure that you don't scrape your fork, your metal at the bottom of your micro grill, you don't want to remove the anti-stick. So they're quite big, so maybe more than 6 minutes will take. But in the end, we're gonna put it so that the top sits on the chicken, and we're gonna put it at least 6 minutes in the micro grill. Because when we are cooking some Valois sauce, we need our chicken to be cooked because the sauce doesn't take that long to prepare. So you want to use some cooked chicken. So here you go. So one thing we can do is make one of our marinades for those chicken strips. I have so many marinades that you can use. Homemade, instead of buying the sauce already mixed, often you have all the basic ingredients at home. So that's one way of saving so much money, you guys, okay? Because one bottle you might pay like $4, $5, even $6 for a small bottle. When you're gonna do it homemade, it's gonna cost you like $2 max. So you really want to make those. So I'm gonna go get the one made for fajitas, and you're gonna see this mix is really special because this mix requires Corona. So I was really happy to have some in my fridge. So we're gonna need some Corona beer, Corona, lime, brown sugar, cumin, garlic, coriander if you wish to. I won't use coriander. Why? Because here it doesn't pass. Okay. David doesn't like it. Nathan doesn't like it. So if I put it in my meat, it won't get eaten. So I won't put it there. But you can replace, in any recipes, often you can replace any herb by the one you prefer. Or you just can say, I'm not going to put it in it. We're going to put some green onions and some vegetable oil. That's simple. That's going to make our mix. Okay. So we're going to start with the beer, which I'm going to open. Here you go. And you need only a quarter of a cup. So you need somebody afterwards that's going to sacrifice themselves and drink the rest of the beer. And I currently cannot drink alcohol. It's going to be the beer for David. We're going to need some brown sugar. Brown sugar is always on my counter because this is one of the main ingredients that I will really often use. So when you use something regularly, you want to make sure that you have it close, near. Okay, so this is on my counter, which I love my containers. But of course, I have a huge container downstairs because I buy in bulk. It's cheaper to buy at Mera, at Bulk Barn, huge quantities. And if you bring your container also at Bulk Barn, they're going to give you a special price, a rebate. So that's really awesome. So I need 1 cup of tablespoon. I was trying to find a proper word in English. And you're going to sprinkle it on top. Don't worry, we're going to mix everything together with the lid. We're going to need some garlic. So now, usually you would chop some garlic. I already have some chopped, preserved in oil, olive oil. So we're going to use this. It's like 3 garlic cloves. So we're going to use this one. Here we go. Then we're going to need some cumin, lime, and vegetable oil. So I have my cumin, not too far, in my... Oh, I need to buy some more. I think I have just enough. It needs just a little bit. So here you go, cumin. So I have my little containers for spices with my little sticker to make sure that I know what's in it. Because when you have a lot of spices that looks really similar, you want to make sure that you're organized, and that's a way of doing so. You can directly write on the container on the little window, but I think it's so cute with those little stickers. Here we go. I said I needed some oil, so we're gonna add some oil. 2 tablespoons. Here you go. So 1 and 2. Here you go. Then we're gonna need some lime. Lime with Corona, it always goes well. And we're going to need some green onions. That's perfect because I did go to the grocery store earlier in the day and I was able to grab some green onions. So I'm going to squeeze that here. Just going to clean it. Here you go. I'm going to use my scissors. I love my scissors for that because it's really, when you just want to cut it really quickly, it cuts everything and they can separate themselves so you can clean them easily and just reassemble them together. So that's really awesome. So here you go. We're going to chop it. See how easy it is? I could use a little chopper, but I love using my scissors for that. Perfect also for collecting your herbs in your garden. And we need our lime, which should be not too far in my fridge mart. Here we go. So by the way, you guys, if you did not get your fridge mart yet, it's time. Don't waste any time, okay? It's the last day. It's last call to get your fridge mart at a special price, okay? So make sure you get them because you're going to be sad afterwards. So I'm going to squeeze that lime to get that lime juice out. You can even add the zest if you wish to. Here you go. That's going to be amazing, you guys. It smells so good already. So this is going to be perfect for a Mexican night. And what I was saying that's missing, no, we all have everything. Great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my lid, going to put the cover on, and I'm just going to shake it and mix it. Okay, here you go. So see, everything is well blended, and I'm going to put it in the freezer like so. So I already have something prepared. Oh, I'm gonna erase what's written on top. Okay, I used a chalk pencil. There just was cookies in it before. So I'm gonna use it. I have one here. Great. And I'm gonna write on top what's gonna be in it. So I'm gonna write fajitas chicken strips. Here you go. And I'm gonna put it in the freezer, and it's gonna be ready for taco night or fajitas night. So I'm just gonna take a peek at my chicken to see if it's properly cooked. Remember, they were quite fat, thick, so they might take a little bit more time. See the golden color on top? That was made by grilling in the microwave. Can you imagine? That's really, really awesome. So I'm just going to take a knife. Just going to take a look. So yeah, there's still a little bit left, not too much. No worries, we're going to put it back 2 minutes. So I put it at 5 minutes. I put it 6 minutes, 2 more minutes. Like you say, 8 minutes for too thick chicken. So now I can remove that. So now I want to show you guys a little bit about the freezer mates, okay? Because the freezer mates will allow you to save a lot of money. Well, we're talking about the chicken. You want to buy the chicken in special, but you want to be able to store them properly. Try freezing that. Okay, tell me in the comments if I were to put this directly, well, not open, of course, but if I would be putting this directly in the freezer, what will happen to my chicken? Okay, will it taste good after a few months? Is there going to have burn marks from the frost? And will I be able to maximize my space by stacking it? Okay, it doesn't stack that well. Imagine with the other ones, okay? So I want to show you a nice video of the freezer mates, and I want to show you also how much you can save when you decide to take your membership and buy your freezer. Wow. Okay, so now you understand a little bit more about the system, how it does the freezer mate works. So you have a system that where it's gonna cool and freeze everything perfectly evenly. You can stack it easily. So that's why you won't get any burns in your freezer. You'll be able to prep raw food, but also store some already made spaghetti sauce, already made lasagna if you want. I love doing my broth, homemade broth, which I will keep in this one. Just amazing. You can keep your garlic, your ginger is safely in the freezer because you don't want to be throwing food away. One thing that will help you maximize your budget and have more money at the end of the month is by stopping throwing food in the garbage, because either you cannot keep it in your fridge because it's burned in the container. So these are all tips that will allow you to keep your food fresh and longer. So one thing we're going to do now, I'm just going to make some room there. We're going to start in prepping our sauce for the vol au vent. Okay, we love vol au vent, okay, with these little pastry shells, which you're gonna put had a filling of chicken with a sauce with many ingredients. So we're gonna start, and I'm gonna be using one of my first system I ever got at Tupperware, the stack cooker. In fact, it's one of our most popular. And what I'm sad is there's a lot of people that have it, but it's sleeping in the cupboard. Okay, so please tell me in the chat, do you have the stack cooker at home? And if you do, is it sleeping in your cupboard or are you using it? And if you're using it, tell me what are you cooking with it. So in fact, it's a system that allows you to cook by layers. Okay, so you can put rice, potatoes, pastas at the bottom. In the middle, you can cook your meat. You can even put your colander and make sure that your fat goes at the bottom and your meat stays, it's not sitting in the fat. And you have the lid, which is, if you flip it out, you'll be able to have another container to make, for example, a crumble on top, maybe a cheesecake. So that's really, really awesome. So today we will only be using the bottom layer, okay? Usually you can do it in the middle layer, which is a 1.75 liter, but I always cook too much. This is like, I don't know if in another lifetime we didn't have enough food, or maybe I had a full table of kids, but when I cook, I make so much. And thank God I can freeze it over. In fact, it's a good thing because when you do too much, you can eat apart now and you know that you have a supper or a dinner for 1 week, 2 weeks later on. So that's a plus, you guys. It's a plus. So first thing we're going to need is we're going to need some onions, okay? So we're going to chop onions. And I'm going to introduce you guys to my best friend in the kitchen, which I love, the best in the West. So tell me, do you have it? Do you have the Supersonic at home? Okay. This is one of your friends in the kitchen, which will allow you to save so much time, okay? And when I say so much time is you don't need to take your knife and cry your eyes out, okay? Because, come on, you guys, when you're cutting an onion and making little tiny pieces, you're going to cry your eyes out, okay? Because you're going to manipulate it. It's going to go, the fumes are going to go all over the place. Now you see, I'm only cutting it in half, removing the peel, okay? And that's all that I have to do. The rest, it's going to be my friend, which will take the matter in control. So you go. 2, I'm going to add it there. So we need some chopped onions for our recipe. Am I going to cut it all by hand? Of course not. Okay. I don't have time to waste. Time is precious. I can be spending time with my son instead of cutting it. So here you go. Voila! Da-da-da-da-da-da. Already cut in tiny bits. Easy, fast, quick. We love that, okay? Can you see yourself doing something that quickly? Imagine doing a spaghetti sauce, chopping your onions, chopping your garlic, chopping your celery, chopping your mushrooms, chopping your carrots, everything. You don't even need to buy those already pre-chopped bags, which will just clump together. Just perfect, perfect. We're gonna add some butter or margarine in my case. Why? Because I'm simply just intolerant to milk. So I'm gonna add some some margarine. So, and it's not because it's gonna stick. It's simply for the taste, and it's gonna help with my my sauce. Simply like that. So I'm gonna use my spatula and go get everything in my little spoon. Here you go, you guys. Okay. We're gonna put that there, and we're gonna put it a few minutes in the microwave. There we go, lid on, no mess. So a few minutes. Okay. So meanwhile, when it's cooking, we're gonna make another marinade. Okay. So while you were looking at the video, I just simply prepared I took it from the styrofoam and put it in my freezer mate. We have 2 huge chicken breasts with the little pieces there. And we're going to make another style of marinade. So I'm just going to find which one should we do. Oh. Which one? I love the mustard and honey one. Okay. This is perfect. We're going to be able, once it's thaw, we're going to be able to put it in the microgrill and have 2 beautiful breasts that which I can slice and put on top of a salad, for example, or just eat it like that with a side of potato or a side of salad. But this is a great mix. So it's whoops, that's not the right one. Just want to take the proper one. Where's the one? It's always the last one you're looking for. Yeah. So mustard and honey. It's a classic. Okay. So I have my mustard here, which is moutarde de meaux. Okay, so it's a fancy one. Okay. You can use your regular. So it's a mix of Dijon mustard and old mustard. I'm going to use simply this one. So I'm going to need 4 tablespoons. Here we go. So I have another one. You always need more than 1 set of spoons, because in the kitchen when you're cooking, you are using a lot. Here you go. So in fact, one in the kit, either the small one or the big one, when you want to take your membership, you'll be able to get a set. So that's really perfect. So we have our mustard. I'm gonna need some honey, you guys. Okay. One thing I hate about honey is sometimes it comes together or it hardens, but I think I'm going to be able to get some, because it's really dangerous, you guys, okay? I often see people that will just put the container in the microwave. This is not a plastic safe to go in the microwave. So if you want to make sure that you want to, well, in fact, if you want to melt your honey, you're going to need to put it in hot water, okay, but not in the microwave, because it's not healthy for you. The plastic is not heat resistant. In fact, it's going to melt. So guess what? You're putting some honey, some plastic in your honey. You don't want to do that. So you need 3 tablespoons. So I'm really happy to have a small spatula like so. But I could put some water in this cup, which goes in the microwave, heat my water, and just let it sit a little bit. And I would have my texture. It would be easier to get my honey. But now I'm working with a long spatula, so that's not too bad. Here you go. So good honey. Mustard and honey is like the nicest mix you can have. Sweet and sour a little bit. I just love it. So tell me, what's your favorite marinade? Okay, I'm really curious. Here we eat so diversely. We love Asian, we love um, Greek, we love Algerian. We love all kind of food. We like if you can eat it, it's good. We're gonna add some cider vinegar, which I don't add anymore, but I'm gonna add some yeah, red wine vinegar instead, just a little bit. Here you go. And we need some olive oil, 3 tablespoons. So here you go. I'll be using this one. Here you go, 1. And I need to buy more olive oil. So I'm like seeing the end of my container. But you see, I buy in bulk, in big, large quantities, which I will put small quantities in there. It's easier to serve, to mix when I use, and then I just need to refill. So that's really amazing for that. Salt and pepper, you guys, and that's another marinade made, okay? So this is the Dijon, mustard Dijon, and onion one. There you go. So pepper, salt. Here you go. Perfect. And we're gonna mix everything together. Here you go. Shake, shake, shake. And here you go. Oh my God, that smells so good, you guys. Okay, that's one of my favorites. So we have another one mix ready. So that's another supper, another dinner ready. And if I'm alone, I could have made it in a separate container like that. Or I'm going to be able to cook it and have 2 different supper. So I'm going to make mustard, honey, chicken. Here we go. So another container ready to go into the freezer. Gonna be perfect. So now my onions are ready. Okay, but still keep in mind we are cooking a sauce for vol au vent. Okay, so here you go. My onions are ready. Perfect. So we're gonna add some flour. So once again, this is a container that I always have on my counter to be able to to be efficient in my kitchen. So I'm gonna add, now these 2 are wet. I'm gonna use another measuring spoon. Do I have a clean measuring spoon? Yeah, here you go. And I'm gonna add my flour. Okay, so this is going to be the thickening agent for my sauce because we're gonna put some milk in it and we're gonna make sure that it gets thicker because we want to have a creamy texture. Okay, we don't want to have a clumpy texture. Here you go. So I'm gonna mix with my onions so it won't clump. Okay, everything's going to be absorbed by the butter slash not mayonnaise. Yeah, margarine. Here you go. So now we're gonna add all our ingredients, dry ingredients, meaning we're gonna add our veggies, we're gonna add our chicken, everything that's gonna be good in the tummy for that recipe. So we're gonna add some peas. So I bought a bag of frozen peas. But the thing is, you guys, you know, when you buy frozen peas, I prefer frozen to a canned one. Tell me if you prefer canned or frozen. So that's not too bad because it's brand new, so it's not clumping. But I know it's going to clump if I leave it in the freezer, especially if it's open. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use one of my freezer mates and transfer it to make sure that it's going to stay like maracas. Okay, I don't want to have a clump. I don't want to have an iceberg, okay? I want to be able to use my peas freely, okay? So I'm putting it back in the freezer to make sure that I have not an iceberg. Here you go. So I have this. I want to add some mushrooms. I want to add some carrots too. Okay, so we're going to use once again our friend. Okay, which you need to know that it's worth it's 135 if I remember correctly. Here we go. Let me show you guys. Okay, here you go. So yeah, I'm just gonna see 132 by itself. Okay, but when you take the larger kit, it comes with it. You pay 179 and you get everything on the picture and the supersonic, the large one. Okay, for 179. Remember, this one is 136 by itself for regular customer. So it's really worth it. So here you go. Because you have two options. Maybe I didn't mention it. You have this option, 179 kit, or you have the small kit of $59, depending of your budget, depending of what you want to do, or maybe what you already have at home. So here you go. Once again, I was able to chop my onions swiftly, quickly. Will I be able to do the same thing with my carrots? My carrots are harder, huh? And with the power of my arms, no electricity needed. So that means I can bring it into my camping. Oh my God. Even if it's in a tent, I can bring it everywhere. We're going in vacation and Gaspésie. I can bring it there because they probably won't have it in the house that I will rent. So you can bring it. It's easy. That's just amazing. So we're going to put and add our chopped carrots. Okay. Now we need some mushrooms, you guys. Who loves mushrooms? Tell me, you guys. And are you able to keep your mushrooms? Okay. Here you go. We're going to show you guys. Okay. Bought them today. Okay. Bought them today. If I were to leave them in my plastic like that in the fridge, how long is it going to last? Because these mushrooms are quite hard to keep. Okay, I prefer to save them, keep them in a Fridge Mart. Okay, so I have plenty of Fridge Mart, which I am able to use. You can keep them in your fridge. I have more than I need because sometimes I change the sizes, but you want to make sure you want to keep them, okay? Because mushrooms that are not in a Fridge Mart won't last. I guarantee you guys, okay? I guarantee you guys. So, will I clean them? No, I'm going to leave them like so because if I add some moisture, I won't be able to keep my my mushroom as long as I would want to. And I want to make sure that I put it at the right place. That's the opening because you need to know that your vegetables and your fruits keeps breathing or not, depending in the, even if they are cut from the ground. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to brush them, okay? Mushrooms, you don't want to clean them under the running water, okay? Because they're going to get mushy. So one tip is to take a cloth or a brush, and you're just going to brush them to remove any dirt that might be still clumping on it, okay? Here you go. And now you might be curious. Okay, Melissa, you're talking about a Fridge Mart. I can keep my fruits and vegetables longer, and I will be able to maximize what's in special. But do you have something to show us? Of course I do. Of course I do. I've prepped so many videos for you guys. It's really exciting. And of course, I have a poster to show you that if you decide to take your membership, really worth it having the Fridge Mart at home. You'll be able to keep 2 times, 3 times, 4 times longer your fruits and vegetables. And that's the other key of success of saving money in my kitchen. I buy in special, buy a lot, but I know I'll be able to keep them. It won't be a race. Oh my God, I need to cook my mushrooms because I'm going to lose them. And you're always in a rush. No, they are in a Fridge Mart. Of course, you need to use them, but I mean, there's not that rush anymore. And just in case you bought too much, you can freeze them. Yeah, you can freeze your vegetable. So yeah, maybe you have a garden. Maybe you want to maximize the specials because people are collecting, selling them on the road and things like that. So yeah, you'll be able to do so. So I have my mushrooms already chopped with the magic of the supersonic. You guys see how fast it is. It's really fast. Okay. And now I'm going to be adding my chicken. Here you go. So you remember the chicken we cooked earlier. Okay. In the micro grill. It's ready. Just going to chop it. I'm going to use my board. That's the second one. The other one was dirty. There's still raw chicken on it. And I'm just going to take my knife. There you go. There you go. I should get a second knife. Here you go. So we're going to cut it in small pieces. So we have nice chunks in my recipe. Look at that. Look at that, how nice it is. It's juicy. It smells so good. In 8 minutes. 8 minutes in the microwave. Imagine. So fast. So fast. So we have one there. And we're going to cut the other one. And see, we have all the liquid there. I can simply put away. Here you go. So the microwave grill, you're going to clean it in your sink. It's preferable. You can put it in the dishwasher, but I really recommend you to wash it by hand. It's better this way. Here we go. So all my chicken is there. And we'll be able to simply add our milk, which is going to be the base of our sauce. Remember, we've put in some flour. So everything while it's cooking, and it won't be that long, it's going to thicken. You can even cheat if you want. And that's what I'm going to do, and add a little bit of cream. So I'm going to add 1 container of cream. Because I want it to be rich, okay? That's me, okay? It's not good for the hips, by the way. And I'm going to put the other part milk. Here you go. Oh, brand new. Just going to check if I have another one. No, okay. We're starting a new one. Here you go. And adding it. Here you go. And we're going to season it. Were they good? Show them. Yep, show them. So Nathan, since he have access to raisins, is cleaned in the in the Fridge Mart. Instead of eating chips, he's eating fruits. So that's one thing you're gonna add. That you're gonna see when you have fruits and vegetables accessible in the fridge for your kids and your family. They will eat them, okay? They won't eat scrap. They will eat healthy food. So we're going to add some salt, okay? Salt, some pepper. Here you go. And I'm going to add, what will we add? I love playing with spices. I'm going to simply go with parsley. Here you go. Some parsley. And I'm going to mix everything together. It's going to be so yummy. So I'm going to put it like 5-6 minutes. Just that everything blends together, thickens together, and it becomes hot. And I'll be able to serve it on top of my vol au vent. Now I just remembered it would be awesome if I add some corn niblets. I might have some downstairs, so that could be a nice addition to it. So the cover in, and it goes in the microwave, which I will wait just to make some interference with the signal. So last thing we're gonna do together before leaving you guys to that awesome evening that you have up ahead. Where's my knife? It's here. That's typically me, okay? I have a brain bird. Here you go. So we're gonna make some pieces to marinate to be able to make some brochette, des brochettes. You know those sticks? I have a blank. I don't remember how to study them. But yeah, we'll be able to just take our wooden stem and just click them. You can put some vegetables in it, but it's going to be ready and already marinated. So just ready to go on the barbecue, for example. That's really awesome. Scooters. It's scooters. Just find it. Sometimes my brains play games with me. So for scooters, okay, for the barbecue with vegetables, what type of marinade would you do? So you see, I have a lot of cubes that fits in that container. This is one of my favorite size, by the way. Okay, this is perfect for a family of 3 like we are. And when I'm going up north and feeding everybody, because you need to know that I have a motherly side and I just love feeding everybody. I bring food for everybody. I'm going to use a larger one, 2 times that size. So, but for the barbecue, one marinade, which is awesome. Okay. Just going to take it out. My papers that are all sticky now. This is the fajita one we did. Yes, it's the Asian one I'm going to do. So give the Asian vibe. So we're going to need some garlic. Here we go. So chopped garlic. Going to add it to our mix. Here we go. We're going to need some ginger. Now, if I were only doing this recipe, okay, imagine I didn't do anything else. I was just doing this recipe. I would rather use the small one instead of the huge one if I was chopping only my ginger. And that's what I'm going to show you. And I was talking earlier that you can keep them in the freezer. So I peeled them. It's peeled, chopped in 1-inch pieces. And it's going to be able to go directly in my small compact chopper. And I'll be able to chop it even if it's frozen. See the power. Here we go. Almost done. Few pieces left. Here we go. All chopped. See? Small pieces. Okay. I'm going to put that away. And if you're wondering how many spatulas do you need? A lot. So even if you have one at home and you say, I don't need this kit because there's already one in it. I already have one. You guys, you need more than 1 spatula. So much, in fact, because you don't want to be cleaning. Like you see, I should have more than 1 knife. I keep cleaning it and cleaning it. No. You want to be able to be quick, efficient, and be able to just put it in the dishwasher. So we have our ginger. We're going to add some olive oil. Here we go. We're going to add some sesame oil. Sesame oil, which I'll need to put on my list too. We're going to use some fish oils. Fish sauce. Here we go. We're going to, la mouche. We're going to use some rice vinegar. Here we go. Smells good. Here you go. We're going to use either sriracha sauce or anything spicy. I don't have it anymore, so I'm just going to use some Tabasco sauce. Okay? Be careful with it if you don't like it too spicy. Here you go. So we have garlic, ginger, sesame oil, acid, vinegar, sriracha. Here you go. And we're just simply going to mix it. See, that's another way you can identify your containers. The thing is, I forget to remove them and clean them. So you can use the green tape. So here you go. I'm going to mix. Shake, 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 shake. Here you go. And you have another nice Asian vibe recipe. And this one I'm going to add. That's my personal add. Some sesame. Here you go. There. So that's going to be perfect to make some skewers. So I'm going to write on top Asian style chicken cubes. So you see, I still have one full breast with a few pieces. I have my vol au vent sauce ready. I have Asian style mustard and honey and fajitas. So imagine this is 1, 2, 3 meal, 4 meal ready to go. And I'm going to be able to do something else. So I can just simply say, if one day I just want to have a simple chicken breasts, I'll be able to just put it there. Here you go. Simple and bland. Like so. For any occasion. If I need for a recipe, I'll have it ready. So here you go. You see? All my chicken is used. And my meal prep is done too. Because this is only going to go in a cooking system. Or this is going to be able to go directly in the microgrill. This one can go in the microgrill too. And the other one can simply, I need to do the skewers and put it on the barbecue or in the microgrill. Once again, we'll be using a lot of the microgrill. So you see, when you are organized in the kitchen, you have the proper tools, you bake your grocery, prepare immediately your food, stack it in the freezer, and it's done. And in the week, you just need to take it out, thaw it, and cook it, and here you go. You have a healthy meal instead of going out at a restaurant or ordering out. You're gonna see that's the way you're gonna be able to save a lot of money. Either it's with your Fridge Mart, either if it's with your freezer mate or the microgrill, you'll be able to save a bunch if you decide to take your membership. Okay, and once again, if you want to be able to maximize your special with the Fridge Mart, it ends tonight, 11:59. So either if you want to use your rebate, make sure that you have your membership, or if you just want to pay $129, it's fine too. Just click on my link. And please, please, please join my VIP group if you want to play with in the auction of today, if you want tonight's recipes, and if you want to have so much more fun, make sure to join the Especial Mise à la Claire. The link is just above. And that's it, you guys. Hope you enjoyed. And I am more than happy to welcome you in my team, either if to equip yourself or like me to have an income out of it. So love you guys. I'm going to put that baby in the microwave and cook those vol au vent. It's going to be a nice supper. Thank you so much, you guys.